This is the OTB Television Network, a service of Capital District Off-Track Betting.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. 21 races to bring you. We're going to start down the hill at Santa Anita, the Desert Code.
And away they go. On the far side, we have Homeschool quickest into stride, but now here comes Forever Juanito, and whenever Juanito will go on to lead them, Raise the Hoof going up to race in second. On the inside, School of Hard Rocks is only 2 lengths off the leaders. Karma King right there, they really bunched up here, and then there's a gap of 5 to Royal Banker. They run to the half-mile pole. Forever Juanito's the leader. School of Hard Rocks come through on the inside and Raise the Hoof right there third. Karma King is in the 4th position and Homeschool in the red colours, no more than 3 off the leaders. Closing in from behind is Royal Banker. They are coming to the top of the lane. Forever Juanito joined by Raise the Hoof. They stride for stride. School of Hard Rocks tucked in at the rail. Karma King alongside. Then comes Homeschool, who's now 5 off them, and last of all Royal Banker. Heads a turn for home. Forever Juanito on the inside and Raise the Hoof. Forever Juanito's game, though, starting to inch clear again. School of Hard Rocks is back in third along the inside. Homeschool. Homeschool is finishing gamely. Forever Juanito holding on. Here comes School of Hard Rocks now. Forever Juanito's tenacious, holding off School of Hard Rocks. Forever Juanito, 1.5 length to School of Hard Rocks. Homeschool finished gamely in third.
Forever Juanito scores the victory, making every pole a winning one as the second choice in the wager, returning $7.80. School of Hard Knocks, the 6-5 favorite, finishes second. Homeschool finishes third in Saturday's Desert Code. Also on tap Saturday afternoon at Santa Anita, 3-year-olds in the Precisionist Stakes.
And away they go. Handsome Mike and Majestic City broke away well. Now here comes Fury Cap Corrie wants the lead, and Fury Cap Corrie sprinting up to take over. Batty Man is right in the leading group as well. American Blend has taken back second last, and Secrets at Midnight the early trailer. Past the 7/8 they go, and it's going to be the favourite Fury Cap Corrie to make his own pace. Fury Cap Corrie 1.5 lengths to Handsome Mike. Batty Man is right there third. Then comes Majestic City, who's 4 lengths off the leaders. American Blend and Secrets at Midnight, the last 2. On to the backstretch they go, and Fury Cap Corrie taking a strong hold out here, pretty keen to go on. Handsome Mike is right there second. Batty Man is in third. Just in behind that comes Majestic City, who's only 3 off the leaders. Secrets at Midnight, the grey, getting a little closer as well, and American Blend is last, but 5 lengths would cover them all. They have a half-mile to go, and Fury Cap Corrie still in front, 1.5 lengths. Handsome Mike is in second. Along the inside, Majestic City. Batty Man on the far side. Secrets at Midnight now has 5 to make up, and last of all, American Blend. They are coming to the top of the lane, and Fury Cap Corrie is still strong on the lead. And Fury Cap Corrie telling them they're going to have to come and catch him. They want to win this one. He's clear by 3. Handsome Mike under a ride second. Secrets at Midnight, Batty Man, Majestic City all behind that. Homeward bound now, and Fury Cap Corrie goes on with it. Leads it now by almost 3. Handsome Mike running a game 1 second, but not to get to Fury Cap Corrie. And basically, Fury Cap Corrie never looked like losing today. Rafael Bejarano just easing him home to an easy win. Fury Cap Corrie to Handsome Mike. Majestic City was third, and then American Blend.
The 3-year-olds are up in the Precisionist, won by Fury Cap Corrie, who went to the front, made every pole a winning one, winning by nearly 6 lengths as the 2-5 favorite. With Rafael Bejarano in the saddle, they returned $2.80. Handsome Mike finishes second. Majestic City third in this year's running of the Precisionist. And now one of the stakes races moved over from Hollywood Park. 3-year-old fillies on the turf in the Honeymoon.
And away they go. One More hops out smartly along the inside, is joined by Diversey Harbour in the centre. Honey Ride going to tuck in right behind that leading pair. Just in behind them, Margot Machance. Then we come back to Neshoba's Gold, the grey down at the rail. Sweet Bliss content to trail early. 6 lengths would cover the lot. Pasterstan's first time round, and One More sets the pace. Diversey Harbour's right there second. A length and a half to Honey Ride in the third spot. Neshoba's Gold now comes off the rail, gets a little closer. Margot Machance is on the outside. They are tightly bunched out here, though. The trailer is Sweet Bliss, but no more than 4 lengths covers them all. 3/4 of a mile to go, and One More still setting the pace. Right alongside Diversey Harbour. Down at the rail comes Honey Ride, tucked in at the fence in third. Now there goes Margot Machance on the far side to take that third spot. Neshoba's Gold going very easily in the fifth spot. No more than 2 lengths off the leaders, and Sweet Bliss just been patiently ridden at the back. Still, no more than 4 lengths covers them. Half mile to go, and One More still the leader. Diversey Harbour right up alongside. On the far side, Margot Machance. Honey Ride waiting for room at the rail. Neshoba's Gold now 3 lengths off the leaders, and Sweet Bliss still at the back. They turn the pressure on as they come to the top of the lane. One More's under pressure now. It's Diversey Harbour in the gold cap. Margot Machance on the far side, and now Neshoba's Gold is hooked 4 wide, and Neshoba's Gold coming to tackle them down the centre. Then Sweet Bliss homeward bound. Neshoba's Gold on the grandstand side. Diversey Harbour in the gold cap goes along the inside. Between those two, Margot Machance. Sweet Bliss running late. Neshoba's Gold in front. Neshoba's Gold to win it. Neshoba's Gold, smartly handled by Joe Talamo, wins it stylishly, close for second, then either Diversey Harbour or Sweet Bliss.
Neshoba's Gold scores the victory as the 7-10 favorite for Joe Talamo and Carla Gaines. They return $3.40. Last to second is Sweet Bliss as the longest shot on the board at 29-1. Diversey Harbour finishes third as the second choice in Sunday afternoon's honeymoon. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, stakes action from Belmont Park.
I'm Jeff Carl. Join me Saturdays and Sundays at 9 for the Handicappers Report. We'll handicap the top tracks across the country and help you prepare for the weekend in racing. That's the Handicappers Report, weekends at 9, only here on the OTB TV network.
Missed one of our TV shows? No worries. Now you can catch all your favorite programs online. Simply log on to CapitalOTB.com and click on the YouTube link at the bottom of the homepage. And look for our new podcast coming soon. CapitalOTB.com. Log on today. Funding your Capital OTB bet account is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Easy Money. Clearly the fastest and easiest method of depositing funds into your account. Make deposits or withdrawals in just minutes. 2. Green Dot Money Pack. Gives you instant access to your funds. Green Dot Money Packs are available at thousands of retailers nationwide. And 3. MasterCard Visa. Simply click on the link from the funding page, enter your account information, and fund your account. CapitalOTBBet.com. Log on today.
Thursday afternoon was opening day at Belmont Park, and unfortunately, washed off the turf was the stakes action elusive quality bevy full of scratches, 4 going to post.
And they're off. Integrity away quickly, and Tenango on the outside. So those two hook up right from the beginning here. Mkanat at the rail and Cease on the outside. So the 4 of them move up the backstretch here. And it is Integrity to lead them now. Integrity on top, right alongside Tenango, sitting chilly, while running along in second here. Opening quarter up in 22 4/5 seconds. Mkanat is just in behind the leaders, and break of 3. Back to Cease, who's now dropped 6 lengths from the front. Half mile remaining. Integrity narrowly over Tenango. Integrity, Javier Castellano staying busy on Integrity to hold a narrow advantage over Tenango. Now they're opening up on the other two. It's about 6 or 7 now. Back to Cease, who moves up a spot into third, and Mkanat is tailing off into fourth. Half up, 45 3/5 seconds. So it's still Integrity and Tenango. 1, 2. They've been that way all the way around the track, and they're that way as they set down for the drive. Tenango gets a tap or two. Integrity bracing for that challenge. Integrity still tenaciously holding on. He drifts out a little bit, but was well clear of Tenango when he did it. Running a zigzag path through the stretch. Integrity nonetheless the winner. A clear-cut winner indeed. Tenango and Cease.
The 4-5 favorite in the short field, Integrity, scores the front-end victory for Javier Castellano and Chad Brown. The number 12 runner returns $3.70. The number 15 runner, Tenango, finishes second. And the number 13 runner, Cease, finishes third. In the field of four, they finish the way the odds dictated. Integrity wins the opening day stakes. Friday afternoon stakes race for the New York bred, the Affirmed Success.
And they're off. Oh, an awkward start for the big favorite, Married to the Music, and Cornelio Velasquez lost the irons. Now he's got his feet back in there, but he's got a lot to do. And 5.5 furlongs to do it. Here's Night Maneuver up to grab a short lead here from Half Nelson. Be Bullish runs along in third. Married to the Music is making strides quickly. Up now on the outside to be fourth. Weekend Hideaway fifth toward the inside. Bug Juice trails the field. Trails the field behind a quarter in 23 and 1/5 seconds and around the far turn. And it's Half Nelson and Night Maneuver going at each other. Be Bullish looms just in behind. Room at the inside for the time being for Weekend Hideaway, who slips off into the two-path now. Married to the Music just 2.5 lengths behind with 2 furlongs to go. Bug Juice trails the field. Off the turn into the stretch. Night Maneuver, Half Nelson head-to-head for the lead. Married to the Music joins the fray on the outside now with 1 furlong to go. Night Maneuver digs down deep. Married to the Music. Weekend Hideaway comes on through. Married to the Music and Night Maneuver. And they're coming down to the finish with a late run from Weekend Holiday. And here's the finish. It is a last to first win for Married to the Music. Night Maneuver in a photo along with Weekend Hideaway.
Married to the Music, who had quite an eventful start in the racing form, it reads, lunged at the start. It doesn't mention Cornelio Velasquez losing his left iron, but on the head-on shot, you could clearly see that also happened. Cornelio Velasquez very patient with this early speed runner. Yes, the 1-2 favorite, but a very courageous, impressive victory for Married to the Music, returning $3 even for Linda Rice. Night Maneuver finishes second, with Weekend Hideaway third. Couple of turf stakes races to bring you on Saturday afternoon. Up first, the Beaugay.
And the rough. English Class and Assateague down toward the inside by Rama. So it's Assateague up on even terms with English Class. A length and a half behind them goes Waterway Run up into third, and down toward the inside Orion Moon on the outside scampering. Waterway Run is reined in to run back in fifth now by Rama, hard held, and sixth on the rail. Irish Mission is also restrained, and the trailer as the field moves down the back stretch. So it's Assateague to be the controlling pace here. English Class locked on her hip right up there, running second. Orion Moon tucked away in behind the lead in a ground-saving third. Waterway Run nudges on through between horses to be fourth. Scampering is now fifth, well held, about 3 lengths from a fairly easy pace up front set by Assateague. Trying to close into that pace will be by Rama, who's at the back of the pack, along with Irish Mission. So they move for the far turn after a 48 flat, opening half mile. Assateague the leader here with less than 4 furlongs remaining. Now turning up the pressure, it's English Class just a neck behind in second. On the outside, scampering, looms in third. And Orion Moon just in behind the lead. Waterway Run now giving her cue. She'll try to come on through between horses fifth. She's only 2.5 lengths from the lead. Then by Rama, ready to roll down toward the inside, but she's pinned to the rail. And Irish Mission next to her as the field turns for home. English Class top of the stretch, now taking a short lead. Assateague battling on. Orion Moon trying to come through down toward the rail. And then it's Waterway Run, and by Rama down the center. Wide open down to the final 16th. Waterway Run comes away with the lead. Orion Moon charging up the inside. Waterway Run and Orion Moon. Waterway Run the winner by a nose over Orion Moon. 4-way photo for third by Rama, scampering, English Class, and Assateague.
Waterway Run wins the first stakes turf race of the season in New York for Jose Lezcano and Chad Brown and Martin Schwartz. As the 2-1 favorite, they return $6.60. Second choice in the wagering, Orion Moon does finish second. By Rama finishes third in this year's edition of the Beaugay. And now time at 9 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up in the Fort Marcy.
And they're off. Guerrero missed the break. And Swift Warrior coming through on the inside. 5-iron is there in the far outside. Seal Cove, and speaking of which, in between horses, on the extreme outside is Manigar, forwardly placed. So it's 5-iron, the leader. Manigar second in the early going here. Swift Warrior runs along in third. Speaking of which is in between horses, Tetradracum hung out there 3 wide round the first turn. Seal Cove is sixth and saving ground toward the rail. And then it's Warm Front, Unbridled Ocean, Sky Blazer, and Guerrero, off a beat slowly, is the last of them all. So the field moves down the backstretch in a bold front-running gambit here for 5-iron. He's thrown down the gauntlet and leads by 8 or 9 down the backstretch run. Manigar lets him go on with it and sits chilly while running along in second. Swift Warrior on the fences third. Tetradracum is a reserve fourth. Speaking of which, drafting in behind horses is now fifth with 5 furlongs remaining. Then Warm Front sixth on the outside, followed down toward the rail by Seal Cove. Then it's Unbridled Ocean. Sky Blazer. Guerrero is still last. He's been last throughout. The pace is an enervating one. 47 and 1 was the half mile here for 5-iron. And that lead is evaporating now. It's down to just 4 at the midway point on the turn. Manigar and Tetradracum second and third, and both closing in. Speaking of which, is ready to roll. And he moves to daylight on the outside. Swift Warrior down toward the fence. And Guerrero still last, but now he's switched to the far outside, still left with a lot to do. 5-iron hanging tough. 5-iron still there. 2-length lead. Tetradracum, Warm Front coming hard at him as they come down to the finish. Can 5-iron take him all the way around there? Can he do it? Yes, he can. By 3/4 of a diminishing length over Warm Front. Close for third, Tetradracum. Or speaking of which.
5-iron goes to the front for Mike Luzzy and Brian Lynch at nearly 20 to 1. Opens up a commanding lead and holds on to win by a length, returning $41.40. Summerfront, second choice in the wagering, does finish second. Tetradracum finishes third. Guerrero, who had a sluggish beginning as reported in the Daily Racing Form as the 6-5 favorite, finishes 8th. Sunday afternoon, a couple of stakes races to bring you. Up first, the Gold Fever.
And they're off. Pure Sensation and Favorite Tale get out quickly. The Admiral hustled through down toward the rail. Havana's come out fourth. And I Love Lulu up the backstretch. Pure Sensation out there gets a 2-length lead. Favorite Tale has the Admiral down on the inside, 2 lengths back. Havana starting to get underway now, still about 4.5 lengths from the lead. I Love Lulu trails the field as they hit the far turn. 22 and 3 was the opening quarter mile. Favorite Tale and Pure Sensation head-to-head for the lead. Here's Havana now, third on the outside with 5/16 of a mile to go. Just next to him, his stablemate, the Admiral, and farther back, I Love Lulu. Coming to the top of the stretch, Favorite Tale, the one to catch as they turn for home. Pure Sensation a half length behind now. Havana appears to be struggling at this juncture as they come into the final furlong. Favorite Tale, Pure Sensation, 1-2. The Admiral, Havana, third and fourth. They're coming down to the line, and it is Favorite Tale. Pure Sensation was second. Havana could manage only third today.
A field of 5 with a 1-4 entry with only win and place wagering available and exacta wagering. Favorite Tale, second choice in the wagering, scores the victory, returning $8.50. Pure Sensation finishes second, with Havana and the Admiral running third and fourth. The place prices are, get this, $27.60, $34.20. Guadalupe Preciado sends out the winner of Sunday afternoon's Gold Fever. Also on the card Sunday afternoon, 1.25 miles on the dirt, the Drosselmeyer.
And they're off. From his inside post, it's Everrider and Ground Transportation has come out running second, followed by Micromanage. who's trying to stay off the whale while running along in third, now being passed by Mr. Palmer. Then it's Jonesy Boy in a break of 4 back to Quasator, who's just allowed to lumber along in the early going. Quasator's under good restraint. Into the backstretch run, and Johnny Velasquez has ground transportation well off the rail, perhaps in an effort to get him to relax. He's out there now by a length and a half over Everrider and Mr. Palmer. Micromanages in behind horses. In the clear on the outside, Jonesy Boy, and a gap of another 7 or 8 to the patiently ridden Quasator. So the opening quarter mile round that bend was 25 seconds flat. The leader remains ground transportation. In no hurry to move up to him is Mr. Palmer, sitting chilly, while second, half tepid, 49 2. Everrider rides the rails down the backstretch. Jonesy Boy continues in the clear on the outside. Micromanage reserved and drafting in behind horses. 5 lengths back to Quasator, still under a hammerlock. They're into the far turn now in ground transportation, given a bit more rein to work with here. Mr. Palmer gets a little nudge to try to get closer at the midway point on the turn. Everrider runs along in third. Jonesy Boy now fourth. Micromanage has dropped about 6 from the front. And then Quasator is getting a bit closer. They move toward the top of the stretch. Ground transportation trying to go 10 furlongs all the way while in front. Mr. Palmer to the attack at the top of the stretch. Just in behind them, it's Everrider down toward the rail. And he comes off the inside. Micromanages fourth. 3/16 out. And it's ground transportation trying to hang in there. A final surge coming from Everrider, and Micromanage is now third. Down to the final 16th. Ground transport still trying to hang in there. Everrider, a last gasp lunge, and it is ground transport, a narrow winner over Everrider. Micromanage was third.
Ground transport. Michael Stidham ships in. John Velasquez takes them out on the second choice in the wagering. They go to the front. They never look back. They score the second choice victory at $6.10. Everrider finishes second. And the 4-5 favorite, Micromanage, finishes third in Sunday's Drosselmeyer. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Friday stakes action from Churchill Downs.
Each morning on the OTB TV network, you get the very best in horse racing programming. Weekdays begin with the Handicappers Report, where professional handicappers share their selections and analysis of the day's racing. Followed by Racing Across America, a daily conversation with racing personalities from around the country. Saturdays include Down the Stretch, where Mark Cassano speaks with the biggest names in racing. And Sunday mornings, it's Loose on the Lead, where Steve Bick and I offer news and a unique lineup of weekly guests. All here on the OTB TV network.
Missed one of our TV shows? No worries. Now you can catch all your favorite programs online. Simply log on to CapitalOTV.com and click on the YouTube link at the bottom of the homepage. And look for our new podcast coming soon. CapitalOTV.com. Log on today.
Hey race fans, head down to the all-new Clubhouse Racebook and get in the game. With live horse racing on more than 250 flat-screen TVs, state-of-the-art wagering terminals, fantastic food and drinks, an amazing Vegas-style atmosphere with seating for nearly 900 of your closest friends. Conveniently located at 711 Central Avenue, right off Exit 5 of I-90 in Albany, the Clubhouse Racebook is the better choice.
Kicking off the weekend stakes action at Churchill Downs, older fillier mares going 7 furlongs in the now Grade 1 La Troyenne.
They're racing in the La Troyenne. On Fire Baby started well, so did Devil's Cave, who grabs the early lead. Magic Union is there, Unlimited Budget to the inside, now sent on through. In behind them comes Molly Morgan, and last of them all is Liberated. As they race into the turn, it is Devil's Cave and Javier Castellano, and they get to the front by a length and a half. And then it's On Fire Baby running in second as they head to the backstretch from Unlimited Budget. Then Magic Union, they ran 24-1 for the opening quarter mile. Molly Morgan in behind them, running in 3.5 lengths off the lead and clear of Liberated, who's at the back of the field. Up the backstretch, Devil's Cave is the leader. On Fire Baby, 3/4 of a length behind, running in second. Magic Union is third outside of Unlimited Budget, and right behind them comes Molly Morgan. Liberated continues to race at the back and well off the rail. rail, 8 lengths off the lead after a 47 2/2 mile. Into the turn they go. Devil's Cave and On Fire Baby continue to go at it. Now On Fire Baby has asked for more run on the outside of Devil's Cave as they round the far turn. Magic Union trying to come and get them. And then it's Unlimited Budget. Liberated has made progress on the outside, and Molly Morgan. They're coming to the top of the stretch. 3/4 went in 1:11 They're into the stretch, and it's Devil's Cave. On Fire Baby yet to get to her. These two now On Fire Baby dead even on the outside of Devil's Cave, and Molly Morgan is coming on the far outside. But it's On Fire Baby who has taken the lead. Devil's Cave has given way. Molly Morgan is on the far outside. On Fire Baby has it. On Fire Baby and Joe Johnson in the La Troyenne. They beat Molly Morgan by 2.5 lengths. Devil's Cave was third. Magic Union fourth.
And it was the old edition of the La Troyenne at 7 furlongs. These editions with the older filly mares is run at 1 mile and 1/16. On Fire Baby, the 8-5 favorite, wins the Grade 1 for Joe Johnson comfortably by 2 3/4 lengths as the $5.20 favorite. Molly Morgan finishes second. Devil's Cave goes to the front, holds on to run third in the La Troyenne. On to the turf, sprinting in the Twin Spires Sprint.
They're racing in the Twin Spires Turf Sprint. And a fast break for Marchman. Ansel is away well. Some of the parts on the outside, and Storm of the Century's up there too. These four shoot out for the lead as they move into the turn. And then it's Googly Auto to the outside, followed by Scatman, Positive Side, Undrafted, and Havelock. Some of the parts is the leader as the field races around the far turn. On the outside, Marchman is running along in second position by 2. Storm of the Century and Googly Auto are next. In behind them comes Scatman to the inside, followed by Positive Side. Undrafted, Havelock, and Ansel. They're into the stretch, and it is Marchman and Some of the Parts. Marchman is the leader, now pulls away from Some of the Parts in mid-stretch. Positive Side on the outside is finishing well. So is Undrafted in the middle of the track, and Storm of the Century. It is Marchman, Positive Side, Undrafted on the far outside. Marchman's got it. Marchman has won. Undrafted was second, and then came Positive Side, followed by either Scatman or Havelock.
Marchman, recent winner of the Shakertown over at Keeneland, adds the Twin Spires Turf Sprint as the second choice in the wagering, returning $8.80 for Robbie Alvarado and Brett Calhoun. Undrafted finishes second. Positive Side third. The slight 3-1 favorite, Some of the Parts, finishes sixth. And now we're going to go 7 furlongs in the 8 bells.
They're off in the 8 bells. Whomping Willow started quickly from the inside, and JoJo Warrior a little bit faster grabs the early lead with Cash Control moving up into second, and then it's 50 Shades of Gold on the outside. Our Amazing Rose settles into stride back there in fifth, 3 lengths off the lead. After that comes Milam, She's a Tiger on the far outside. Designer Legs and Mufaja has been outrun through the early stages here. They went 22-1 for the opening quarter, and it's JoJo Warrior a half length in front. Cash Control on the outside, second. 50 Shades of Gold is third. Whomping Willow rides the rail fourth. Milam is fifth, and racing 3 lengths off the lead outside of horses. Then the undefeated Our Amazing Rose, who's within 3 lengths of the lead. She's a Tiger is on the far outside. She's got 4 lengths to make up. Gary Stevens starting to ask more from her than it's Designer Legs. They went 44-3 for a half mile, and they're into the stretch. JoJo Warrior cuts the corner. Cash Control is alongside. 50 Shades of Gold. Milam on the far outside. She's a Tiger's not going to get there today. They're into the final furlong, and it is Milam on the outside of 50 Shades of Gold. These two, 50 Shades of Gold and Milam, will decide the 8 bells. Milam's on the outside. 50 Shades of Gold on the inside. These two coming down to the line. 50 Shades of Gold and Mike Smith have won. Milam was second, and then came Cash Control and Designer Legs.
50 Shades of Gold, the 2-1 favorite for Brett Calhoun and Mike Smith. They score the half-length victory in the 8 bells, returning $6.20. Milam finishes second, and Long Shot, second longest shot on the board, Cash Control, finishes third in this year's 8 bells. 3-year-old fillies on the turf up next in the Edgewood.
And they're all in line, ready for the start of the Edgewood. They're off. And it was a good beginning here. It is Granny Max Kitten who came out well, but to the outside, Stanford goes up and after the lead, and Stanford will make the early pace here as they go by us the first time. And then it's a little bit Sassy running along in second. Courageous Julie is third, and racing about 4 lengths off the lead early as they make their way toward that turn. These 3 will lead the way, and right alongside is Little Journey, who's in fourth. Then comes Candy Kitty, Miss Machiavelli to the inside. Break of 2 to Phony Farish, who's outside of Granny Max Kitten riding the rail. Vivi Goodnight is last of them all. They went 24 flat for the opening quarter, and they're on to the back stretch. Is Stanford and Javier Castellano out there by 1.5 lengths. A little bit Sassy follows in second. Courageous Julie third. Little Journey is fourth. Candy Kitty follows in fifth, 5 lengths off the lead. Miss Machiavelli is next to the inside. Then it's Phony Farish, Granny Max Kitten, and Vivi Goodnight. 48-2 was the half mile, and now the field races into the far turn. Is Stanford on top by 3/4 of a length. A little bit Sassy second to the outside. These 2 take them around the far turn, with Candy Kitty beginning to move up in third on the outside of Little Journey, then Courageous Julie on the inside. Vivi Goodnight circling up 4 wide, and Granny Max Kitten, they're into the stretch. Is Stanford and a little bit Sassy. A little bit Sassy on the outside as Stanford keeps on battling at the rail. They're 3 in front of Little Journey. Then comes Vivi Goodnight and Granny Max Kitten on the far outside. A little bit Sassy and Luis Saez have the lead close to home, and a little bit Sassy will prevail. Is Stanford was second best under the wire. Then came Little Journey and Vivi Goodnight.
A little bit Sassy, ladies and gentlemen. Co-second choice in the wagering for Luis Saez and Michael Matz. They score the 1.25 victory, returning $10.20. Stanford finishes second with Little Journey third. Candy Kitty, the 2-to-1 favorite, beats 1 horse while finishing 8th in the Edgewood. Older horses on the dirt going 1 mile to the 16th in the Ali Sheba.
They're all in line, ready for the start. They're off in the Ali Sheba. And it is Golden Ticket, Breitster on the outside, an appealing tail between horses. Moonshine Mullen fires through on the inside, and Will Take Charge is running in fifth early. He's down at the rail, 6 lengths off the lead. Then comes Coin Broker on the far outside, followed by My Loot, and Golden Soul is the trailer. So the field makes their way toward the backstretch through an opening 1/4 mile in 23 4/5 seconds. Moonshine Mullen on top. 3/4 of a length, appealing tail second to the outside, and Breitster is taken hard in hand in third here, 3 lengths off the lead. After that comes Golden Ticket. On the outside, Coin Broker will take charge, still biding time back there, 6 lengths off the front. Then My Loot and Golden Soul is the trailer. The pace not that fast here, 47-4 for the first half mile, and Moonshine Mullen is the leader by a half length. Appealing Tail is second, Golden Ticket is third. Then to the outside, it's Coin Broker. And they're followed by Breitster to the inside. My Loot will take charges at the rail. Gary Stevens really motivating him now, and he is not running at this stage. He's still about 6 lengths behind, under a drive with work to do. In the meanwhile, Golden Ticket has taken the lead. Golden Ticket on the outside. Moonshine Mullen tries to hang in there at the rail. They're 3 lengths ahead of Coin Broker. My Loot is next. Will Take Charge never got going today. It is Golden Ticket. Golden Ticket has the lead at the 16th pole. Moonshine Mullen keeps on battling though. Golden Ticket, Moonshine Mullen, and Calvin Burrell on the rail. And they came back to win. Golden Ticket second, then Coin Broker and My Loot.
Moonshine Mullen goes to the front for Calvin Burrell, makes every pole, returning $15.80 for the upset victory. Golden Ticket finishes second. Longest shot in the board, Coin Broker finishes third. The 3-to-5 favorite, Will Take Charge, finishes sixth with new pilot Gary Stevens in Saturday's Ali Sheba. Bringing us to the classic 140th running 3-year-old fillies at 9 furlongs in the Kentucky Oaks.
They're off in the Kentucky Oaks. and it was a slow start for Fashion Plate, and there goes Sugar Shock right out to take the early lead. It's Sugar Shock to the front. And My Miss Sophia is right up and on the pace, and Untappable is there too. Thank You Mary Lou settles back running in fourth and now takes third. Untappable is fourth to the outside, and they're followed by Aurelia's Bell, and right alongside of her is Unbridled Forever as they race on that first turn. In behind them, Maria Antonia, Kiss Moon to the outside, a break of another 2 to Please Explain. And then we come back to Rosalind, who is third last early on, just ahead of Got Lucky. And at the back of the field, it's Fashion Plate. They went 23 and 3 for the opening quarter mile, and Sugar Shock leads the way up the backstretch. With My Miss Sophia pressing the pace on the outside second. Thank You Mary Lou is third. Untappable is just off the leader. She's 3 lengths behind at this stage. Then comes Ria Antonia to the outside of Unbridled Forever, while Aurelia's Bell rides the rail 5 lengths off the lead. And then it's back to Kiss Moon. Please Explain. Rosalind is moving up on the far outside. She's got 6 lengths to make up, and it's a long way back to Got Lucky as they round the far turn, and last of them all is Fashion Plate. 47 and 4 for a half mile. Around the far turn they go, and now there goes My Miss Sophia to the front, but Untappable is right at her neck on the outside, and these two turn for home together in the Kentucky Oaks, and Untappable and Rosie Napravnik have taken the lead. My Miss Sophia tries her best to stick with her, but Untappable is moving away. She's 3 lengths out in front of My Miss Sophia as they come down to the final 16th. It's Untappable. Untappable is well clear. She is unstoppable. She is uncatchable. She is untappable. She wins the Kentucky Oaks over My Miss Sophia. Unbridled Forever was third, and then came Rosalind in fourth.
Untappable, to me, ladies and gentlemen, a surprise that she was even money on the board. 4 to 5 on the morning line. Untappable, very, very impressive. Once again in her 3-year-old season, wins without drawing a heavy breath by 4.5 lengths. Rosie Napravnik in the saddle for Steve Asmussen. Untappable returns $4 even for the homebred for the Winchells. My Miss Sophie finishes a distant second, and a very distant third, Unbridled Forever. So Untappable, clearly the head of the 3-year-old filly division. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Saturday afternoon stakes action from Churchill Downs.
Each morning on the OTB TV network, you get the very best in horse racing programming. Weekdays begin with the Handicappers Report, where professional handicappers share their selections and analysis of the day's racing. Followed by Racing Across America, a daily conversation with racing personalities from around the country. Saturdays include Down the Stretch, where Mark Casano speaks with the biggest names in racing. And Sunday mornings, it's Loose on the Lead, where Steve Bick and I offer news and a unique lineup of weekly guests. All here on the OTB TV network.
Wagering at CapitalOTBBet.com is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. CapitalBet TV, the fastest and easiest online wagering experience where you can monitor 5 different tracks simultaneously. 2. CapitalBet Express. Its straightforward program layout and interactive handicapping information lets you build your wager quickly and efficiently. And 3. CapitalBet Pro, designed especially for the professional horse player. CapitalOTBBet.com. Log on today.
Saturday afternoon at Churchill Downs, stakes action started with older fillier mares on the turf, the Churchill Downs Distaff Turf Mile.
They're all in line. They're racing in the Churchill Distaff Turf Mile. And a good start for I'm Already Sexy, who speeds out to take the early lead. Effie Trinket on the outside, Tap a Cat, Coffee Click between those two. These three lined up behind front running I'm Already Sexy. Ready Signal sits back running in fifth as they move for that first turn. Break of another 2, and then comes Dame Marie inside of Absolute Crackers. Center Court, the favorite, is second last early, racing 9 lengths off the lead. Ms. Ida's last 24 flat was the first quarter onto the backstretch, and it's I'm Already Sexy and Florent Giroux out there on the lead by 2, with Tap a Cat running in second position, Effie Trinket third to the outside. Coffee Click follows in fourth, now 5 lengths off the lead as they continue the run up the backstretch. After that comes Ready Signal, who's got 6 lengths to make up past a 46 and 4/2 mile. Then Dame Marie, and then it is Absolute Crackers, Ms. Ida. Now Center Court is dead last as they move into the turn. 13 lengths to make up for her, and I'm Already Sexy keeps on rolling up front. I'm Already Sexy, a 3-length lead on Tapacat and Effie Trinket as they come toward the top of the stretch. Center Court still at the back of the field, hasn't fired yet. I'm Already Sexy being swallowed up on the lead now. Here's Dame Marie on the far outside up to grab the lead. Effie Trinket runs on Coffee Click through on the inside into the final furlong, and it's Dame Marie, Coffee Click coming up the fence. Center Court kicks it in late far outside, and Effie Trinket coming to the line. It is going to be Coffee Click up the rail with Javier Castellano to win over Dame Marie, then Effie Trinket and Ready Signal.
Coffee Click scores the victory by a half a length under Javier Castellano for Brian Lynch and Amarin Racing. They returned $13.80. Dame Marie, by far the longest shot in the board at nearly 37-1. The next longest shot was 12-1, finishes second. Effie Trinket checks in third. Center Court, the 7-5 favorite, finishes fifth in the Distaff Turf Mile. Staying with older fillier merit, now in Grade 1 competition on the dirt, 7 furlongs, the Humana Distaff.
They're racing in the Humana Distaff. And it's speeding through the city out well with Midnight Lucky and Judy the Beauty on the inside. Iotapa came out running in fourth and goes up on the far outside. Then Scherzinger and Street Girl, and they're running up the backstretch. And Midnight Lucky has made the front. Midnight Lucky 3/4 of a length over Judy the Beauty. Iotapa takes third outside of Speedin' Through the City, and Scherzinger is right alongside of Street Girl. At the back of the field, 22 3/5 seconds for the opening quarter for Midnight Lucky, who passes the half-mile pole a length and a half in front of Judy the Beauty. Iotapa third to the outside, Speedin' Through the City losing ground to them in fourth. Then Scherzinger and Street Girl. Midnight Lucky, 3 furlongs to go, runs a 45 flat half mile. She's got company now. Iotapa's going up there 3 wide. Judy the Beauty third between those two, being roused to go as Midnight Lucky turns it on at the top of the stretch. Midnight Lucky has opened up. Midnight Lucky's got a 3-length lead now. And then comes Judy the Beauty. Iotapa and Scherzinger on the far outside. Midnight Lucky's 4 in front. Midnight Lucky and Rosie Napravnik by themselves a 16th out. Midnight Lucky, an easy win in the Humana Distaff. The race is going to be for second, and Street Girl got there. Inside of Scherzinger, Judy the Beauty was fourth.
Midnight Lucky, off since winning the Acorn last May 27th, goes to the front under Rosie Napravnik for Bob Baffert, and a second choice in the wagering. Just dominates the Humana Distaff, winning by 4.5, returning $5.20 as the second choice in the wagering. And once again, by far the longest shot in the board, Street Girl at 21-1. Next longest shot was 9-1, finishes second. Scherzer finishes third. Judy the Beauty, the 6-5 favorite, finishes fourth in the Humana Distaff. 3-year-olds up next in the American Turf.
They're racing in the American Turf. Chief Barker was a little bit slow to get going. Storming Inti is out well. Craftsman from the inside. These two are out for the early lead. Then it's Quotient away running in third behind them, followed by Picotza on the far outside. In between those two, Long on Value is running in fifth and a bit hard to handle early on. Then comes General Jack. Woodfield Springs on the outside, 4 lengths back to Global View. Then comes Kleber, who's second last, and after a slow start, Chief Barker at the rear of the field. 23-3 was the opening quarter mile. To the backstretch, Craftsman and Corey Nakatani and Storming Inti and Javier Castellano, and they're setting the pace. And right behind them is Picotza running in third, a length and a half off the lead. Quotient is fourth, Long on Value is fifth, General Jack sixth on the inside, 5 lengths off the lead. Then Woodfield Springs, break of another 2 to Global View. They're being followed by Cleburne and Chief Barker. They continue their way through a 47-4 half mile, and into the far turn they go. It is Craftsman and Storming Inti, and they continue to go at it, moving waiting for the turn, Picozza. Third to the outside of them, Quotient fourth, and down toward the inside, then General Jack. Long on Value is moving up on the far outside with a wide run. Also gaining ground is Global View, who's within 4 lengths of the lead. Then Woodfield Springs, they're into the stretch. Storming Inti has taken over the lead on the outside, but plenty of competition coming. Quotient is there. On the far outside, Long on Value, and even farther out, Global View is coming on. General Jack behind them. Storming Inti, Global View on the outside coming. Storming Inti, Global View, they're going to hit it together. Global View and Gary Stevens in time. Running down Storming Inti, then Quotient and General Jack.
Global View scores the victory for Gary Stevens and Tom Proctor, returning $14 even. Storming Inti finishes second. Quotient finishes third. The 3-1 favorite, Picozza, finishes seventh in the American Turf. Back on the dirt, going 7 furlongs, 4-year-olds it up in the Grade 2 Churchill Downs Stakes.
They're all in line. They're racing in the Churchill Downs Stakes. Central Banker is going out to take the early lead. Delaney on the outside. Falling Sky has speed too. And right behind them are Quiet Force and Broadway Empire. Laugh Track is only 4 lengths off the lead early. On the far outside comes Shaking It Up and then Sahara Sky. Break of 3 to Clearly Now. Then River Bear and Capo Bastoni. Running up the backstretch through a 22-1 opening quarter mile. Falling Sky is the leader. Delaney to the outside, trying to squeeze through his Broadway Empire. It's a tight spot for him. Third along the rail with a half mile to go and could not get through there and has to take back. And also steadying there, Quiet Force and Laugh Track had to steady. And now Delaney is the leader. On the inside, Falling Skies. Central Banker is right there running in third. Here's Shaking It Up, rallying up on the far outside. Broadway Empire is trying to get back into it. Clearly Now is circling up extreme outside with a run. And they're coming toward the top of the stretch after a 44 3/2 mile. They're into the stretch. Delaney, Central Banker, Shaking It Up on the outside. Clearly Now on the far outside is coming on. Broadway Empire, Sahara Sky never went on. Final furlong here. And it's Central Banker Shaking It Up. Clearly Now on the far outside, Shaking It Up, and Central Banker head and head, nose and nose. Central Banker would not be denied. Shaking It Up second, and then came Clearly Now and Broadway Empire.
Central Banker, in a thrilling stretch run, scores the victory. The offspring of Spicetown, ridden by Corey Nakatani, trained by Al Stahl Jr., returns $23.60. Shaking It Up finishes second. Clearly Now third. Sahara Sky, the 5-2 favorite, can do no better than seventh. On to the turf, the Grade 1 9-furlong Woodford Reserve Turf Classic.
They're all in line. We're ready for the start. They're off in the Woodford Reserve Turf Classic. And it is Bright Thought out for the lead. Wise Dan is right behind him on the inside and will tuck in behind the pacemaker. And then to the outside, it's Sky Ring. Now, Wise Dan has taken one off the rail, and he's in between Sky Ring and Bright Thought. He's in a little bit tight early, and he's going to have to settle back in third position. John Velasquez wrangling him back now. Early trouble for Wise Dan. Oh, Wise Dan not having the best of trips so far. We'll see how good he is from there. Seek Again is running in fourth position. He's 6 lengths off the lead. And then toward the inside comes Kygun. Boisterous is right alongside of him. On the far outside, it's Finnegan's Wake. They ran a 1/4 in 24 seconds flat. Then we come back to Moro Tap, Admiral Kitten, and Guy's Reward. And they make their way onto the back stretch, where it is Bright Thought the leader by a length, Sky Ring second, Wise Dan now with clear running room in third, and he's just 2.5 lengths off the lead. Seek Again follows in fourth. On the far outside, Finnegan's Wake is fifth. He's 5 lengths off the lead. Then Kygun, Boisterous in between horses. Moro Tap on the outside. Admiral Kitten and Guy's Reward rated at the back. A 48 flat half mile. They're moving for the far turn. And Wise Dan is edging up alongside of Bright Thought and Sky Ring. These two continue to race stride for stride. And Wise Dan still in hand on the outside of them. John Velasquez yet to let him loose, and he's just outside the leaders and they're into the stretch, and it's Wise Dan on the outside. Bright Thought along the rails, Sky Ring. Seek Again is closing through on the inside. Wise Dan's going to have to work for it. Seek Again is coming through at the rail. It's Wise Dan in front. Seek Again on the inside. Sticking with him. Wise Dan. Seek Again. The two of them come down to the line together. And it's Wise Dan. He just doesn't know how to get beat. Seek Again was right with him on the wire. And it's close for third.
Wise Dan does it once again, ladies and gentlemen, scores the convincing official head-length victory for John Velasquez and Charlie Lopresti. They return $3 even for defending their Woodford Reserve Turf Classic from last year. Seek Again finishes second, Boisterous third. Finally, a mile and a quarter, 3-year-olds, the 140th running of the Kentucky Derby.
All in line, ready for the start of the Derby. They're off in the Kentucky Derby. A good start for California Chrome. He broke a bit outwardly. He'll be among the early leaders. Harry's Holiday fires out fast from the inside. There goes Cheetu, and California Chrome is right with them. Uncle Si, California Chrome, and Cheetu will set the pace in the Derby. And then it's Samrat running in third position, and then Vickers in trouble to the inside. Harry's Holiday is hard to control early, and moving up on the far outside of horses is Wildcat Red and Intense Holiday. Then it's Tapiture, Meadow Count, Vince Ramos, and Danza's guided down to the inside part of the track. Wicked Strong is next. Oh, Candy Boy had to steady hard on that turn. Then it's Dance with Fate, We Miss Artie to the inside. Between horses, General A-Rod, Commanding Curve, and Ride on Curlin, who was taken to the back by Calvin Burrell, will be last of them all. As they go to the back stretch, the pace is not fast. They went 47-1 for a half mile, and Uncle Si is the leader. Cheat 2 is second, and California Chrome is now just off of them. Victor Hasbinoza has him well in hand, running in third position, a length and a half off the lead. And then comes Samrat to the outside. Intense Holidays on the far outside, pretty close to the pace. Vickers in trouble, and Rosina Pravniker down at the rail. Then comes Danza and Tapiture. Now they make their way into the far turn, and it is Uncle Si the leader. Cheat 2 is alongside, and California Chrome is third, just outside the leaders. Samrat is right next to him. The four of them are together. Then Intense Holiday, Tapiture, Meadow Count, Danza's right there in contention. Dance with Fate is next, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. And California Chrome makes his move for the lead. It is California Chrome. On the outside, Samrat runs at him with the 8 pole. California Chrome is pulling away. California Chrome into the final furlong. He's got a 5-length lead on his competition. It is California Chrome in front. And from the back of the pack on the outside, Commanding Curve is taken second. But California Chrome shines bright in the Kentucky Derby. Commanding Curve was second, and then came Danza in third. The final time, 2 minutes, 3.66 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, it isn't very often when you see a 19-horse field with not much adjustment to be made. I think the best horse got the best ride and did the best job. California Chrome, who went off as the 5-2 favorite, sat right off what I think many would think were comfortable fractions of 47-1, 111-4, and then just kicked clear as he has done in Southern California. Well, now he's done it in Central Kentucky, winning the Roses by a length and 3/4, returning $7 even, and at nearly 40-1, third longest shot on the board, a horse that many people wanted to get into the race. Commanding Curve did, and finished second for West Point Thoroughbreds. Danza got bounced around early, but can hold his head high, finishing third off the impressive Arkansas Derby. Wicked Strong finishes fourth. But at the end of the day, this was all about Art Sherman, Victor Espinoza, and their outstanding Calbred, California Chrome, who was a convincing winner of the Kentucky Derby and is clearly the pro tem leader of the 3-year-old division. That wraps up this week's edition of HNC. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your stakes action from around the country and join us next time on Horses and Courses.